I grew up hearing, don't read the manga, don't watch anime. It's a bad influence. It makes you stupid and violent. Read actual books. They make you smarter and a better person. That's what my parents would tell me growing up. But they were wrong. Manga taught me good things, good lessons that school never taught me, like what cool actually means and what real men do, and how men should carry themselves. Manga taught me real men don't get mad over something small, like when someone spilled a drink over them, they let it go. And real men don't take the credit for what they've done. They don't give a shit about external validation or accolades. And real men don't bully people. They stand up for the weak all the time. It was good for me to be exposed to all these badass and moral characters growing up because they taught me a sense of integrity, shaped my moral compass, and guided me in the right direction. They made me who I am today. And like when I was the first episode of One Piece where Shanks saves Luffy, sacrificing his left arm, I was just in shock. I remember having this visceral feeling where, wow, this is insane, but this is extremely beautiful. This is my first exposure to grand heroic sacrifice in anime, and I was struck by lightning. In that moment, I decided to be someone like Shanks when I grew up. I'm gonna be someone who can make a sacrifice to save kids for the greater good. And that episode taught me the beauty of sacrifice and selflessness. And after that, the flashback with Sanji and Zeph reinforced it. So at the age of 6 or 7, I learned how men should carry themselves and how cool it is to make a big sacrifice. Early One Piece is really incredible. It's full of inspirational, perspective changing, empowering moments that redefine your definition of cool. I want every kid to read it. It's really educational. I think manga, specifically shonen, should be textbooks for ethics and character development. It should be incorporated into a curriculum in elementary school, because it teaches you the importance of friendship, team effort, and hard work. And kids can develop human decency, empathy, selflessness, loyalty, and samurai stoicism while reading them, while reading shonen manga. And they can learn what cool actually means. Like coolness doesn't come from looks or status, it comes from your heart and willingness to stand up for the weak and make a sacrifice for the greater good. You need to learn these things while you are growing up in the developmental stage, right? And I think boys who grew up reading manga are less likely to be heartless, disloyal helicopters, disloyal, backstabbing scumbags as adults, right? And people always debate nature versus nurture, but I personally think it's nurture that plays a bigger role in character development because we inevitably become reflections of who we admire, right? Whether they are parents, friends, teachers, coaches, celebrities, or anime characters, right? They shape how we behave, how we speak, how we walk, what we value. We have a tendency to internalize what we think cool, and what we define cool can be the blueprints for our character and personality, right? So it's important to learn what cool means in the developmental stage in childhood. Like if I hadn't read manga growing up, my personality, character, and my definition of cool would be totally different. And now, who I think cool is someone like Shanks and Zoro, who look a little unapproachable, intimidating, a little villainous, namely Zoro, but is actually kind at the core. Someone who is willing to make a sacrifice for kids and people who they love. That's who I want to be. And because they are my heroes and I'm chasing my heroes, I'm not going to be a superficial fake guy who pretends to be nice and charming on the surface but backstabs their friends at the end. I'm not gonna be that person, right? And I just learned not to judge people by how they look. And there could be like they're good criminals and bad cops. Just because you stand on the right side doesn't make you a good person. That's what I learned through these stories. And criminals sometimes have more integrity than cops. Yeah, I'm glad I was exposed to all these characters and stories. One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball. The impact that they had on my psyche is significant. And they shaped my personality and who I am today. And I'm inherently a bad person, I guess. I recognize myself as selfish, harsh, dickish, but you know, because I'm chasing these heroes and like chasing these heroes keeps me sane, keeps me from letting that dark part of me take over. So, yes, and I think there's a lot of men who are chasing the heroes, whether they're celebrities or athletes or anime characters. That's what keeps them good people, keeps them sane, right? So what I'm saying here in this video is that as much as manga is misunderstood by society and kind of stigmatized as something that only nerds read, it is actually educational and guides people in the right direction. If you have children, you should have them read manga for their character development and to learn ethics. It's so great. It can teach them great lessons. So, yes, that's pretty much it. If you resonated with me, please give me likes and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.